Oh, well, hello and welcome back to another day in Korea. Today has been an amazing day. Um, I woke up at actually 6:30 this morning, which is really early for me. And I got up and we went to the DMZ today, so that was a lot of fun. We got up at 6:30 and we went to about a 15-minute subway ride to the station, or to the Lotte Hotel, I guess. It's a real nice hotel. And then we had to give them our passports and pay, and then they put us on a bus, and we took an hour ride to up near North Korea. And then once we got to a little spot there, I guess we rode up right to where the DMZ is. So we crossed the I think it was the Freedom Bridge, where they had I'm going to try to describe this as best as I can to you because I couldn't take video during any of this stuff. They had barricades set up on the left and right side of the road, so as a bus we had to weave back and forth through the barricades, which was really fun. Again, this is all safe. I made it back safe and sound. So we weaved through all that, and then we got to right outside the DMZ. We switched on to a different bus, and we couldn't take anything with us except our camera, and you couldn't take any cases or bags or anything. And then we got back on the bus, and we got on a different bus and rode right to the JSA area. It's called. What's it stand for? Joint Security Area or something like that. That's probably wrong. But we got there, and we were real close to North Korea. And then we got off the bus, and they said make 2 single file lines, and you couldn't point at anything. You couldn't make any big gestures. You couldn't take any pictures until they said we could take pictures. Again, for this trip, it was really strict dress code. The jeans couldn't have any holes in them. They couldn't be faded. You couldn't wear certain types of clothing. Anything with words on it had to be switched inside out, pretty much. And you couldn't wear any army clothing. And they just didn't want us to look like Americans, because North Koreans don't really like Americans. So I guess we get back, or we walk into this building, get off the bus, walk right in the building, 2 single file lines. We're still in our single file lines, and we walk up 2 flights of stairs, and then we walk outside, and there's a road, and there's 4 buildings, and the buildings are half on North Korea and half on South Korea. And luckily there was no one else was in the building today we came there. So we walked across this little road, and we went into the building there where it was half on North Korea, half on South Korea. So there was 4 guards in the building, and we were able to actually step foot onto North Korea. We were able to cross the border within this building. So that was really neat to see. I have some good pictures. There's a cement, a 17.5 foot long cement piece between each building, and that cement symbolizes the line between North and South Korea. So that was really cool to see. And then we took a bunch of pictures there, and then we went back outside and made 2 single file lines, kind of looking at the buildings and looking at North Korea, because there was a big building on South Korea, 3-story building. There's a 3-story building in North Korea, and the South Korean side, all of us had looked very plain, couldn't have any umbrellas or anything with us, or anything like that. Where on the North Korea side, they were allowed to have umbrellas and kind of whatever they wanted, because the North Korean doesn't follow the rules quite as well. And North Korean, when they see us standing there in a row without anything except what we have in our pockets or are wearing, it shows that North Korea is that much better, that they let their people kind of do what they want, and they don't have as much rules on them. So that was really fun. And after that, we got back onto the bus, and we drove around the building we went through, and between the 3-story building that I was talking about and the building that was half in North Korea, half in South Korea. There's a road that passes by there. So we got on the bus, we rode between there, and we were actually able to take pictures of the bus, or all those buildings, and then North Korea and some of the buildings over there. So that was really neat. It was very quick though, so I got about 5 pictures in. It was a very short period of time when we were allowed to take pictures. So I got about 5 pictures in and tried to get some good ones, but I haven't really looked at them yet. If you want to see any of these pictures afterward, I'm not going to attach them to this video, but if you just find me, or I can show them to you. They're really cool. So after we went on North Korea and got back, we went past the buildings and we saw the Bridge of No Return, where both sides, people were able to cross the bridge to go to the other country. But once you cross the bridge, you could never come back to the. So if you went to North Korea, this was probably 30 years ago. When you went to North Korea, you weren't allowed to come back. Or if you went to South Korea, you weren't allowed to come back. So that was neat. And then what else do we see? Yeah, that was good stuff. And then there was a gift shop there, so I got some DMZ shirts, which is really neat. And then so that was about the tour, but it was amazing. There's even like farms inside the DMZ where when you want to harvest the crops or plant your crops, you have to schedule it 2 or 3 days in advance, and then you will have an armed guard watching over you as you farm, so nothing happens to you, because they've had problems in the past with like North Korea trying to kidnap farmers and that type of thing in the DMZ. So that was really, really fun. And then after that we came back and we got some bulgogi. It's been a while, but so we got bulgogi, and then just came back to the room here, and then we went to the pool. There's 5 of us that went to the pool. We weren't allowed in the pool area because we didn't have swim caps, and you have to wear a swim cap if you want to go to the pool. But so we didn't do that. But there was like a fountain, and we kind of just laid out and got some sun, and which was really nice. A really relaxing day. So that's that. I think I'm about out of time. I'm at a little over 7 minutes right now already. So, and I have a little bit of video attached to this. So I guess have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow, and thanks for tuning in. If you have want to see my pictures or anything like that, just let me know. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Today we're just on our way to the DMZ, the demilitarized zone in
the right
Korea.
of it, and North Korea and South Korea.
That's North Korea over there, somewhere.
And
bus is really
there,
shaking.
And people last year South Korea was very angry, and in the south side here we have a Christmas tree. Last year, and 7 years ago, South Korea had a Christmas tree there, and North Koreans, they could not stand it, they hated it.
Today we're at the pool. Interesting that everyone that's in the pool is required to wear a swim cap, as you can tell by this little girl here, or about anyone else you see. We just played in the fountain, just like little kids. And there's also a little baby pool here. This is about a 5-minute walk from where our dorms are.
More like little kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're the old people here without it.